All right, so take a look at this picture. This picture is kind of meant as like something kind of funny, right? Like, I think when I saw this, the quote was like, "What the hell were you thinking?" Right? Like, how ridiculous is it to put a toilet right in front of a door that has a window in it? And it's, everybody jokes around about it, like, "Oh my goodness, what the hell is this? Is this for drug screens, or is this in jail? Is this, holy mackerel, is this going out? Is this in a jail? Like, why the hell would anybody do this?" And I got so excited when I saw this because it kind of fits into a lot of what I've been thinking, and I think even been talking about over the last couple of weeks, of the idea of perspective. And it's funny because I have to smile every time I see it, because my daughter, every time I'm like, "Hey, what do you think?" She's like, "Perspective." Like, but it is so important, perspective, right? I've talked about where you sit determines what you see. And what you see determines what you think, and what you think determines what you do. So it's very important that we pay attention to what we see, right? And so from this perspective, this looks like idiocracy. Like, what the hell is somebody thinking? What is somebody doing? Versus if you open this door, or perhaps if you're sitting on that throne, you see things differently and you have a different perspective. And I don't know where this picture came from, but in my mind, I think when I open up this door, I'm actually going to see a regular bathroom, and that's going to be a stall that has a closable door. And maybe the design was not entirely stupid and crazy or whatever, right? That there's actually a door that covers up that bathroom, right? And it's just an idea of like, when you step out of your own shoes, to take a look from a different perspective, how you can see things entirely different, have entirely different meanings. And all too often, we don't take our own shoes off before we go walking down somebody else's shoes. So that was point number one that I had. And then number two should almost be a completely different video, but I'm just too excited to not share it at this time either. And so the second thing is like, our perspective also has to do sometimes in like a beacon of time. This right here is such a narrow window of a viewpoint of anything. And this is oftentimes how we make quick judgments of other people. And even let's internalize this, how we make quick judgments of our life, whether things are good or bad, how things are going. Sometimes we take too narrow of a perspective of life. We only have this small window of time, and we make a decision that says, "This is the worst of my life is over. This is amazing." And when we don't take into consideration what led up to this moment window in time, and we sure as hell can't see into the future. And so if anybody remembers my reference back to the Chinese proverb of maybe, like how critically important this is. What does this mean right now? Maybe this means what I think it is. Maybe it's going to be great. Maybe it's going to be terrible. There is a whole nother window of time that we can't even see, that we can't even fathom, that we have to be careful not to make bad judgments and bad decisions off of just a small window of time.